In Alabama, you can be convicted of drug distribution without actually distributing drugs. I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain the law. There's two ways the crime can be committed. The first is when somebody does distribute drugs. And by distributing drugs under the law, they mean that you either sell or furnish or give away some sort of an illegal drug. So, you have a toothache and your mom has an old Lortab from 3 years ago when she had some sort of surgery, and she says to you, honey, I got one Lortab left, you take this, it'll make you feel better. Well, your mother has just committed the crime of drug distribution because she's given you a drug illegally. She can't give you her prescription drug. Now, the other way this crime can be committed has to do with the weight of the drug alone. So, although they call it distribution, it's also a possession of over certain weights of drugs. If the drug weighs over a certain amount, depending on the drug, and less than another amount where it would be trafficking, the crime can be distribution. So let's give some examples. If you have, for example, more than 8 grams of cocaine, but less than 28 grams, which would be trafficking, that would be considered distribution by the possession of that amount of cocaine, even though you may not sell, furnish, or give away the drug. Similarly, if you have over 2 grams, but under 4 grams of any kind of opium, heroin, or any of its salts or isomers, that also would be considered distribution. So if you have as small an amount as 3 grams of opium or morphine or anything like that, that's considered distribution, which is of course not a good thing. Again, certain quantities of amphetamines and methamphetamines and other drugs trip the distribution weight limit. Now, the range of punishment for somebody who is accused of distribution is from 2 to 20 years in the state penitentiary. Not good stuff. There's also a catch that if the distribution occurred, and again, by distribution it can also be just possession over certain weights, but if the crime occurred within 3 miles of a school or 3 miles of a housing project, that adds a minimum sentence of 5 years in prison that has to be served day for day. Theoretically, if it was within 3 miles of a school and 3 miles of a housing project, and the judge wanted to throw the book at you, you'd be talking about 10 years day to day of a sentence. If you're charged with distribution, of course, you need to get a lawyer, preferably sooner and not later, because there's things that the lawyer wants to do. If you need our help, give us a call. Our number's below. I hope you found this video to be helpful and informative. Thank you for watching.